Hello and welcome to the September edition of Community Connect, brought to you by the Marshall Area Chamber of Commerce. This month's guest is Mitch Grunig. Mitch is the Activities Director at Marshall Public Schools. Thanks for being the guest this month.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Appreciate
Absolutely. Let's talk about all the good things that happened in August, and what a busy August it was. First day of the month, way back on the 1st, was National Night Out. And of course, if you remember from 2022, it was a steamy hot night. This year was a really nice night, and thanks to the city who put this on and all the other planners that came out for that event, and everybody that came out for National Night Out this year. If you were out at Lyon County Fair, you know it was a really big event. It was super successful, a lot of people, and thanks to the many organizers. Of course, if you watched Community Connect last month, you saw Cody Slater. He was here that spoke about the county fair. And Mitch, I know you were out there. What did you think of it this year?
Yeah, it's outstanding. We're blessed to have a great fair, a local fair, an opportunity for, the activity side of me. We have FFA that represents a lot of our students, and they get out there and, show off what their hard work has kind of paid off. And it's a great community event, brings everyone together. It makes it a little tough to golf on Thursday night, but other than that, it's just a great fair, and we're blessed to have it.
Yeah. The music was just incredible. Saturday, we were out with some friends right by the fair, and we actually could listen to the music, and we were able to hang around the bonfire. It made for a really great night. And so, once again, congratulations to the fair board. The Minnesota Wild was hit the road this summer, and they made an appearance on Thursday the 10th. They had a good crowd at the Red Baron Arena, and they actually were going up against the fair. So thanks for the organizers, and thanks for the Minnesota Wild that came into town that day. The Maggie Jean Invitational Golf Tournament was on August 14th at the Marshall Golf Course. Good group. They had 16 teams this year. That was reported by Nancy Blanchard, one of the executive directors for the Maggie Jean Foundation. Thanks to everybody that came out, and made for a really nice day that day. Sounds of Summer was a huge success again this year, thanks to all the organizers. Again, we had some organizers on this program last month. I know I was out there for the evening of the 19th, and the Fabulous Armadillos, and they were fabulous. And I don't know how we could get those guys again, but gosh, they were so good. And what I really enjoyed, Mitch, it was the fact that all these SMSU students came down there. Mm-hmm. It was just packed. It was all sorts of students, and they actually had a shuttle from SMSU down to downtown Marshall, which is good to see. And what a great way to kind of kick off your SMSU experience. Yeah. That is what we had going on in August. Of course, also part of the Sounds of Summer was the Maha Golf Scramble. That was on the 18th. A great organization to support. So we had a lot of things going on in August. So once again, our guest this month is Activities Director Mitch Grunig. He started about over a year ago here in Marshall. I believe it was July of 2022, I think, or right around that time. So let's get to it. Tell the watchers a little more about yourself and what brought you to Marshall.
So, to start off with bringing me to Marshall, I would say just having some family connections, family ties here was always a star on the map where you're like, if we end up there, that'd be a good spot to kind of settle down, raise a family. Mm-hmm. I spent prior to coming here, I was in West Fargo Public Schools for 6 years. Was able to kind of grow as an educator and kind of find my way and where I wanted to kind of be when we look at kind of a career route. I coached a ton of different sports: hockey, football, softball. Was blessed to work with a lot of great administrators, and that kind of set me in the right direction of going to athletic administration. And it just worked out perfectly timing wise to make the leap down here, and we've enjoyed it since we moved.
So. Great, yeah, I love that. What are some changes what are some changes we can expect this year with Tiger activities?
It was a kind of wild summer for us, whether it's at the public school district office or on the activity side. We had a lot of changes just as even the community sees us and interacts with us, from a new website to a new online platform for ticketing. We had a great relationship with our previous one, but unfortunately, companies buy each other out, and we didn't really have the opportunity to stick with them, so we made the leap to another provider. So far, it's been a great change. Now we're hoping to stick with them for the long term, and it seems like a lot of the larger schools in the state have kind of gone their route. So it allows for opportunities for our community, our fans to purchase tickets online at other events when they're on the road, to Wilmer and the metro schools especially. So those are kind of some of the big ones. Then also our new streaming platform. Tiger TV is awesome. They come in for any events that they're not able to cover. We have a new platform through Huddle TV that allows for just a better experience for our fans that are not able to attend. And one of the challenges we had with streaming to YouTube was some of the music rights violations when there was a song that the bot would hear, and then all of a sudden your stream shut down, so you're having to restart, which led to some headaches. So we're happy with kind of the new platform. First game went really, really well. We ran it at the same time as Tiger TV with volleyball. But now as we get to where it's a little bit busier once winter rolls around, that'll be kind of our go-to streaming platform. And we're looking forward to kind of expanding it for some other events like soccer that Tiger TV is not able to get to as well. So a lot of changes. I wasn't anticipating some of them, but you just kind of roll with the punches and do the best you can.
Yeah, absolutely. The Marshall High School is going to be starting a new student activities leadership team this year. What does that look like, and what is their role?
Yeah, so this is kind of a reaction a little bit to what the State High School League has put together over the last year and a half. And it's something that Marshall's never really done. We have an activity leadership team, which is our coaches and advisors that help out, kind of lead the program and make some decisions beside me. And now, just as I kind of went through the year, I was like, I want an opportunity to kind of interact with kids in a unique way that I'm not able to just as an AD. So I was like, hey, let's really jump on board with what the State High School League's doing with this student activity leadership group, and try to make it more purposeful to our community and some of the challenges and some of the strengths that we have here, and really build the culture of Tiger activities, and build some promotion things, and just try to enhance our experience that our students are able to see whether they're participating in the activity or they're just attending a football game. So I think this group's just going to be a good opportunity for us to do that in kind of a unique way.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's a lot of challenges that come in your role, Mitch. Even thinking 3 years ago, my gosh, what a disaster it was to be in that role during the worst of COVID. But you fast forward 3 years, what are the biggest challenges now, and how do you overcome them?
Probably the most difficult is just coaches.
Yeah.
We're blessed to have a lot of great coaches here, but there's still, we're seeing turnover in different roles. Just for whatever reason, it takes a lot of time, and you're paid, pennies for the time you kind of commit to it. We're blessed to have some awesome coaches, but we're always looking to grow some of those programs too. So that's probably the biggest challenge that I have to kind of work through, and it's just building relationships with community to try to bring in some younger coaches that are maybe interested in helping and stepping up, because they're really the faces of each one of our programs. I'm trying to be as behind the scenes as possible. They're the ones that are really leading it every day, and the people that our kids get to interact with most often. Beyond coaches, it's the transportation, it's officials, it's some game day staff that we're overcoming, and it's just being flexible. I mean, we have a game on Thursday. We're having to move bus times around a little bit to get a bus driver back for a route. So you're just trying to adjust to make it kind of all work, and it creates some challenges, but at the same time, everyone's flexible and understands the circumstances that we're kind of going through.
You have to a lot of work, a lot of impromptu type of things you have to deal with. That's for sure.
Yes. Yep.
This next question is actually perked my interest, considering it's the local business tie here. So Marshall Public Schools is entering a new 5-year contract with Under Armour and Borges. What benefits does that bring to the district?
It allows us to kind of do some unique things that we haven't done before as an activities department and as a district. Having us all kind of go in one lane in one direction when it comes to kind of uniforms in some of our team school stores. All going one way is going to help us all out immensely with some extra support through Under Armour and then also with Borch's as well. Our previous contract was with Nike and a national retailer. It worked out fairly well, but at the same time, we weren't really ready to make that commitment to that retailer again. And we were like, you know what, let's go local. Let's give it an opportunity for us to stay local because we have a lot of great clothing groups that support our athletics and our activities. So let's give them a shot. And Borch's put together a great offer, and we're excited about it. And I'm wearing my Under Armour
That's right.
quarter zip now, and
Yeah.
it allows us just to kind of do some unique things that we haven't done before. Coaches are going to get some athletic wear, as well as supporting our staff that work events and stuff like that. And it also helps out because as we go on, costs continue to rise, and giving us some discounts for uniforms and some of those costs that we have as a activities group. We're going to get some discounts and some advantages going through just one group. But also it gives us flexibility to continue to do some things with other groups that we've done, whether it's Jim's Clothing or AP Design or Western or whoever it is. It's not just, everything has to go through Borch's. Some of the specialty things we've done, we can continue to do.
Good. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of local businesses, they play a vital role in supporting the activities at Marshall Public Schools. How do you see this evolving as time goes on?
I think we've been blessed to have a ton of support with activities from different groups. Right now we have separate booster groups for each organization, which helps. And it also creates a little bit of a challenge. And community members that own businesses have, provided feedback that they'd like to try to streamline some things and not have to, support every group individually, but more as a whole. So we're trying to look at some different options to give that as a possibility for some groups to, support just like the M Club, and then we kind of funnel it out from there if they, want to support the group as a whole, instead of, having every group individually ask for funds and support. This would just allow them for a little more flexibility and just write one check and then get the advantages to being a sponsor of all of Marshall activities under the M Club umbrella. So we're looking at going that direction, but also we see the value in having the individual booster groups as well. So
Sure.
we're trying to find a little bit of a hybrid that helps everybody because feedback is pushing us towards that. So.
They're actually doing something really similar right here on campus too for the Mustang Club. So yeah, it is nice to have one kind of bucket like that. That's for sure.
Yep.
I think back. This past year was your first year. You must think, here we got the volleyball team goes to state championship, and like, gosh, this is great. This is right. This is your first quarter here.
Yeah. Hey, the one thing I said was I wanted to win a state championship, and I did it in my first season here. So, we have an awesome program. Coach Westby does a great job with those girls. And I was blessed just to be along for the ride.
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah. Speaking of that, so let's get to all the activities here in September. Of course, there's been a number of activities for SMSU and the Marshall Public Schools that have already kicked off. So go out and support our Mustangs and Tigers in there. They're a lot of fun to watch. Of course, this upcoming Saturday's Egg Bowl right here on campus. We've got the volleyball game on Thursday. There's actually a number of games on this upcoming Thursday, so for the Tigers. So go out and support them. They love it. It's fun to see the stands packed for all these activities. And also what I really enjoy is the Tigers student section at the volleyball games. What a blast they are. And my son just graduated from high school, and my daughter's going to be a freshman. And the fact that they have to scatter to make sure they don't get hit by the volleyball, otherwise they got to do a lap. It's great fun.
Yeah, it's a unique group that has really jumped on board with the program. And I remember my first game here, I looked at our visitors, and these girls were like looking at our student section like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. The amount of kids there, the excitement, the energy. So we're blessed. Now we just have to, also support all of our other athletics as well.
They have an MHS student section Twitter account if you want to go out and follow them. And that way you kind of know what the theme is. But yeah, it is good stuff. Anyway, so go out and support our Mustangs and Tigers. Tonight, speaking of that, so today is Tuesday the 5th. So tonight we have our fall sports kickoff right here in conjunction with the Marshall Chamber of Business After Hours. It's going to be right here at the Schwann Regional Event Center. So come on out for business after hours there tonight. Hopfest is this upcoming weekend. It's always a fun time for both adults in the evenings and, of course, kids on that Saturday afternoon. You might see some people in the beer dunk tank this Saturday afternoon, so go out and enjoy that. I am not on it this year, thankfully, but a number of people are in the community. On the 16th, the Marshall Girls Hockey Craft and Vendor Show will be at the Red Baron Arena. This has been going on for a number of years, so if you're looking for some fall crafty ideas and items, come on out. On the 16th, which is this next Saturday, not this upcoming Saturday, but Saturday the 16th, 9 to 3 at the Red Baron Arena. On the 19th, join the City of Marshall for this year's Welcoming Week event from 5 to 7 at Justice Park. There will be food, music, games, activities, local organizations, and much more, all creating an environment where everybody knows that they belong in this area. The big thing, of course, this is the biggest event probably all month. On Thursday, September 21st, Visit Marshall is back bringing you Prairie Jam at the Schwann Regional Event Center, featuring the Eli Young Band with Royal Lynn as the opener. Tickets can be found at visitmarshallinman.com. That is a really nice community event. Last year I went to it. A lot of people coming in town for this, and of course the restaurants and the bar activity before and after makes for a real fun time for this event. One event I know that you keep a close eye on, Mitch, is the Pursuit of Excellence. Speaking of probably one of the bigger events in the community, I love driving around town on the night of the Pursuit because there's the amount of activity, the cars are in and out. What a fun event. If you've never been to it, this is the annual marching band performance that brings, I don't know how many schools, 20-some schools probably and just hundreds of people to town. This is also at the Schwann Regional Event Center.
Yeah, and if you look at just the amount of activity that the Schwann's Regional Event Center will have over those days, we have Eli Young Band on the 21st, then we have a home football game on 22nd, and then our Pursuit of Excellence 23rd. I mean, it's a busy place, and it is a great time to be in Marshall. And the Pursuit of Excellence is just one of those unique events that we host every year, and it's outstanding. I'm blessed to have a great music department and boosters that do a lot of the work. But it's one of those special events you just go to and just be amazed at some of the things that these students do.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Getting to the tail end here of September, but the 6th annual gun show will be out at the Red Baron Arena September 30th, October 1st. So that is up your alley right before hunting starts this fall, coming out to the gun show. The SMSU Gala will be held on the 30th right here on campus at the Conference Center. To get tickets, call 537-6266. Of course, this annual gala goes to support student scholarships. Always makes for a great time. The Chamber has a number of events going on in September, but I'm going to fast forward to the first Monday in October because I think I'll be on here in October the day after. It's our Taste of Marshall event. Last year we had about 500 people come out. Last year we had 19 restaurants, and to this point we have 13 food vendors. So it is a sampling event. It's $18 tickets, and you can sample food all night. There's a cash bar. It makes for a really fun event out with family and friends. Tickets can be found at marshallmn.org or give us a call, 532-4484. We can help you out by getting your tickets too. So that is a lot. That's a lot going on in September. All these events can be found at our website at marshallmn.org. Of course, if you want to follow some of the events right here at Marshall Public Schools, that activity website is...
Yeah, so if you go to our Marshall Public Schools website, there's an activities link, or you can go marshalltigersathletics.com, and that'll take you right to our website.
Absolutely. Good. All right. Well, thanks again, Mitch, for being our guest here in September.
Thanks.
We'll see you again next month. Next month, our guest is Lauren Deitz, the EDA director, and it's been a busy month of economic development, or a busy year of economic development in Marshall, and I look forward to having Lauren on next month. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next month.